Welcome, everyone, to another episode of our podcast. Today, we're honored to have the legendary Renaissance artist, Michelangelo Buonarroti, joining us. Michelangelo, thank you for being here.
Grazie, it's my pleasure to be with you. Let's have a good conversation, shall we?
Michelangelo, your body of work is iconic, from the Sistine Chapel ceiling to the statue of David. What drew you to art, and how did your early experiences shape your career as a sculptor and painter?
Art has been my life. From an early age, I knew I was meant to create. You could say I had a sense for it, like a calling. My father wasn't too keen on the idea of me becoming an artist, but I insisted. I apprenticed with Domenico Ghirlandaio, a renowned painter in Florence. It was there that I learned the fundamentals, but I always had a mind of my own. What truly shaped my career was my passion for sculpture. The art of carving stone, the way a block of marble could be transformed into something living and full of expression, that fascinated me. It was like discovering the soul within the stone, and I was driven to bring it out. My early experiences, particularly with the Medici family in Florence, gave me the opportunity to explore my talents and eventually led to some of my most celebrated works.
The Sistine Chapel ceiling is one of your most famous works. Can you share with us the challenges you faced while painting it, and what the experience was like?
A monumental undertaking, truly. When Pope Julius II asked me to paint the ceiling, I wasn't exactly thrilled. I saw myself as a sculptor, not a painter, and I had little experience with frescoes. But, as it is with such things, one doesn't refuse a pope, so I took on the task. The physical challenges were immense. I had to work high up on scaffolding, craning my neck backward for hours on end. My body ached, my eyes strained, and the fresco technique itself was unforgiving. If you made a mistake, there was no erasing it, but I was determined to create something extraordinary, something that would capture the stories of the book of Genesis in a way that would resonate with all who saw it. Despite the difficulties, the experience was transformative. As I painted, I felt a deep connection with the subjects, the creation, the fall, the flood, and the stories of the prophets and sibyls. It became a journey of faith and creativity, one that pushed me to my limits, but also revealed my capacity to bring these stories to life.
Your sculpture, David, is another iconic work. Can you tell us about the process of creating it and what inspired you to depict David in such a powerful way?
Now that's a story worth telling. When I took on the project, the marble block had been sitting there for decades, abandoned by other artists who thought it was flawed. But when I looked at it, I saw the potential, the raw beauty waiting to be revealed. Creating David was an exercise in patience and vision. I spent years carving away at the marble, chipping it down to reveal the figure within. My inspiration came from the biblical story of David and Goliath, but I wanted to capture the moment before the battle, the tension, the focus, the courage. That's why David stands there, poised and confident, with the slingshot over his shoulder, ready to face whatever comes his way. It was a labor of love, and I poured everything I had into it. To see it now, standing in Florence, representing the spirit of the city and the strength of the human form, it's a source of great pride. It reminds me that with enough determination, even the most challenging tasks can be conquered.
Michelangelo, your legacy as a master of art and sculpture is profound. What advice would you give to aspiring artists and sculptors today? What do you believe is the key to creating truly timeless art?
The key to timeless art, its passion, dedication, and a relentless pursuit of perfection. You have to love what you do, because art requires everything from you, your heart, your mind, and your soul. You have to be willing to put in the hours, to work through the pain and discomfort, and to never be satisfied with anything less than your best. To aspiring artists, I would say this: find your unique voice, Don't try to imitate others. Learn from them, yes, but ultimately, your art should reflect who you are, your experiences, and your perspective on the world. And don't be afraid to take risks. Sometimes the most daring ideas lead to the most profound creations. Finally, remember that art is a form of communication. It's a way to connect with others, to tell a story, and to evoke emotion. If you can do that, if you can make people feel something, then you've created something truly special. That's the beauty of art, and that's what I always strived for in my work.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom and insights with us today. It's been an honor to have you on our show today, and we look forward to exploring more fascinating topics with you in the future.
Grazie, it's been my pleasure. Keep creating, keep pushing the boundaries, and remember that art is a journey, not a destination. Until next time, farewell.